Hi, I'm Erin from erinbusby.com, and a friend of mine asked me what it means to actually be in the body. People use the phrase all the time, but they don't define it. So I think of it as a state in which you have immediate access to both your full range of perception and your full range of expression. We typically think of perception as the five common senses, the ones you learned in elementary school: sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch. But you also have equilibrium, your ability to balance. You have proprioception, your awareness of where your body is in relation to itself. You're aware of time, pain, temperature, acceleration. There's research around short-term precognition for 10 seconds before an event happens. You also are aware of hunger and thirst and the need to void your bladder and your bowels. You're aware of when you're holding your breath. So there's a lot more going on throughout your entire body that you're aware of. It's not just limited to the senses in your head or in your fingers. Touch is all over your whole body. It's the one sense that if you lost it, you would not be able to cope psychologically, which I think is really interesting. And full range of expressions, so using your entire body as an instrument, being connected to all of the nuances and subtleties of motion and voice and resonance, and being expressive from top to toe. There's an idea too that the planes that you move on, that you're comfortable in, actually express where you're comfortable psychologically. So ahead of you is conscious, behind you is unconscious, to the left is intuitive, and to the right is logical. It's kind of fun to play around with. Let me know what you think. But it is interesting that when performers start training, start learning to play their bodily instruments, they kind of get trapped in this Gumby world where you're two-dimensional and only exist in this plane and don't know how to express from your back. Don't turn away from your audience. And you get stuck too with this kind of talking head situation where this knows what to do and your face gets really expressive, but this is all kind of dead and your arms go like this and your arms go like this, and you get very indicative because it's no longer integrated. So full range of expression is about control, and it's control of holding and it's control of release. And that's not intuitive to us anymore, I think, partly because of socialization. So from toddlerhood, we're taught to hold our bladders and hold our bowels and hold our stomachs in a little bit later and hold our bodies instead of fidgeting, and holding our tongues instead of speaking our minds. And that's all important. Socialization is necessary. But we get further and further and further from the impulse to the resolution as we age. So we get to the point where we hold tension in our shoulders and our jaws and our butts, and we have no idea what the initial impulse for that tension was. We hold our breath as a way of preventing full expression of emotion and as a way of looking thinner. And we don't know to release. And when the moment for releasing it appropriately comes, we don't recognize it. And we get on vacation, which is supposed to be all about release, and we don't know how. So being in your body is about recognizing the impulses and instincts of your body integrating them with your intellect, holding and releasing as appropriate, and being fully expressive of all of the things that your body is perceiving as important, both in its internal environment and its external environment. Have you ever seen a dancer or performer or an athlete or a yogi, somebody with intensive training in how to use their body fully? And there's a moment where you're not seeing them thinking anymore, and you're not seeing their technique anymore. You're just watching how exquisitely beautiful their body is in motion or in stillness. And it occurs to you that you're not even watching their body anymore. You're just watching their soul. That is a transcendent moment, but it's arrived at through the body. When there's no tension that's extraneous, when there's no tension that's habitual or residual, the only tension is in supporting an action that's relevant in the moment, and as soon as it's not relevant, it's released completely. That transcendence is what we call being in the body. And the process of getting there after being taught how not to be there takes time. And I can help you with ways to approach it. But for now, those are my ideas about it. If you agree with me or disagree with me, leave a comment in the box below, and we will talk soon. Thank you so much. Talk soon. Bye.